Clap. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. So what was the question?
The question was, what's your favorite vegetable and why?
Oh. Carrots. They're so versatile. Savory or sweet. Yeah, so well, I guess just first, this question has been great. It's totally, like I mentioned, to cause me just to reflect a lot about why do I appreciate the Met House so much, and I think it's really good to do that, and definitely came up with a lot of gratitude and sincere appreciation for things that I'm aware of, but you don't always take the time to really like, wow, look at that, look at this. There's so many things going on here that I have a lot of gratitude for. So I appreciate this opportunity to do that. So I often say that the land brought me here and the community keeps me. And I have a sincere appreciation for the concept that as humans we need wild spaces to be whole, to develop emotionally, is important to me, and I feel like there's so many opportunities to do that here. You can go for a walk and encounter wildlife, see a fresh wolf kill, big herd of deer. You could go down the river. We've getting on the river in springtime. It can be challenging. You're engaged, and then it's magic. You could turn around and the light's hitting just right in the afternoon, and it's like diamonds on the surface of the water. We've got this run down there we call shimmering orbs, and it's just like you're just reminded that there's still magic in the world, and it's just, you can't just put it in a box and put all these constraints on it. It's like it's bigger than us, and it's freeing in a sense to have that, and as well as grounding in the sense of like, all this, the technology, the fast pace of modern life, and all those pressures can spin people out. And if you don't have this capacity to ground down, to go, feel small, feel the vastness of the universe, and not take your stuff so personally, I think it's really easy to stay spun out. And you can see that in society right now. And having this beautiful, somewhat intact landscape where you can go interact and just remember how small we are, I think it's just, oh man, I couldn't do without it. So that's definitely one of the more special things about what the Met House means to me. So that's the appreciation for the wildness and the ability to like interact with nature. And so the idea of the place brought me, the community keeps me, moving on that way. Like right away when we got here, we were inspired by this community. The ski area fight was going on. It was like right in the middle of all that. And we saw this community just like standing up and saying, we don't want that. We recognize what we have here. It's precious, and it's not worth any of the potential financial gains. So just seeing people immediately as we got here showing up for the natural world and for the protecting the environment here. Fast forward to 2016, the efforts to put in a potential copper mine up valley, and I'll never forget being at the barn, and the BLM people were there, and there wasn't like anybody who testified in favor of it, and the barn was packed, and it's like a super diverse group of people. And at the end of the meeting, the BLM's like, we've got your message, and we think it's pretty clear. And shortly thereafter, the whole zone got pulled out of it. It got protected from any future mining, not just the copper mine. So again, just one more example of the community coming together that is to me is so inspiring. and it's not just people working for protecting the natural quality, the integrity of the ecology here. It's sincere effort to look into the wellness of our community. So many great organizations here, from the Cove to the ILC, the Room 1, people, you know, it's human scale. Like, it's a small enough community, and we're blessed that way, in that if somebody's falling through the cracks, hopefully somebody's going to see it, versus a bigger city or something where people fall through the cracks every day. So, and that wouldn't happen without so many good folks asking, not just how do I make a living here, but how do I make a difference? And there's a sincere effort to do that, and that inspires me on a lot of ways. Another thing that I appreciate, and also I think it's maybe challenging at times, is because it's a small community and it's got a lot of people have a lot of diverse political views and stuff. The size of the community, it means you have a really good chance that you're gonna interact with somebody who you might disagree with on some things, and you're forced to see the humanity in that person. Maybe you need their help doing a project, or you have this connection that forces you to interact, and it's a lot harder to have this animosity we see in the big picture when you know your neighbors, even if they have different views. And so I appreciate those opportunities to get challenged that way, and try and see where other people are coming from. And I think we're fortunate that we get to do that here. So, let's see. So yeah, I think, you know, appreciating the land and all those opportunities, the community and the way it comes together for so many good reasons. And then I think another thing that I thought a lot about was how fortunate I feel to be able to do the work I do, growing food organically, small scale, in this community, and how supportive it is on so many levels. So, you know, watching the other people who were already doing that when we were here, having people, you know, to look up to that way and feel inspired by, and then getting involved ourselves 20 years ago, and we would go to the farmer's market. I tell the story, and people would come and be like, oh, your food is beautiful, can I take a picture? And they'd take a picture, and then they'd just walk away and wouldn't buy anything. Oh, it's too expensive, whatever. And now, you know, ourselves, other farmers, we can go to the farmer's market and sell out, and, you know, before the market's over. And we have all these great stores that want to carry our products, and that's all because the community is passionate about supporting local food. So, yeah, I feel real lucky to have watched that grow and be a part of it and be sustained by that. So, yeah, I definitely feel a lot of reasons to feel blessed about being here, and fortunate, and yeah. And you know, a lot of this stuff, it's been said before, and so it's not all new, but I think that's part of, you know, why we find commonality here, and like a bigger appreciation. We're not, it's not just myself, I know others feel this way about things. So yeah, but no, we're lucky, we're like so blessed to be here. It's yeah, and even on hard days, it's, yeah, you could just like go jump in the river, go for a walk, and forget about it all and remember what's real. And you know, that's come from, I mean, we're fortunate, we have a lot of public land, but we have groups like the Conservancy and MVCC, and then tons of dedicated individuals that appreciate that and recognize it's special. It's not the norm anymore. And, you know, just not to say we don't have our challenges that everybody does with climate change and stuff, and you can get your heart broken falling in love with places around here and seeing, you know, fire come through. It can be rugged that way. And so that's, yeah. But I know a lot of people feel it, and that's, you know, whether you're with someone having an experience or just knowing that, you know, people share this idea of how special this place is, that's kind of a nice way to like have silent community as well. So